Alright, so in this video I'll be taking a look at the Beast Deities Fenrir, aka Broly. This thing is fucking massive. It's fucking huge. So I bought mine from 5K Toys, and when you get it, you get the Fenrir figure, you get the pencil holder, which is upside down with a bunch of Chinese lettering, and the bookmarks. So the pencil holder does look like this. The side of the box, the other side, again, it's just all legal stuff to make sure they don't get sued, which is, you know, good on them. Here's the bookmarks, which kind of can't really see, but side, the back, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And then obviously the figure itself, you do have all this lettering right there. This side, which, you know, Fenrir and I guess languages. The other side, the top, which I guess would be this way, right there. The bottom, and then the back of the figure, again, looks pretty cool. All the legal stuff. I don't care. I want the Broly, so let's crack this thing open. So here are all the accessories laid out in front of you. He comes with a pretty good amount of stuff. This is the pen holder, which is the hair. These are the face plates, aka the bookmarks. And then this is what comes with the figure. You obviously get the figure itself with the Fenrir head, the orbs, the interchangeable hands, the crossed arms, and this fabric thing for the Fenrir. Pretty good. You do get a neck peg. I already switched the neck peg. I don't know where I put the original that was on him in the package. The one that's on him is small. This one's just a little bit bigger to fit this head. I already switched it, so it's kind of a bitch to switch, to be honest. But let's just check the hands out first, I guess. So here are all the hands. You do get this kind of tray thing with ball joints on every end. You do get 3 that are empty because you're gonna get one of these hands. This is to hold the Goku figure. I'm assuming this fits the Beast Deity figure. I've tried it on the Kaioken Goku, and it works, but it barely holds, which kind of sucks, but you can make it work if you really want to. It does look pretty good. You do get this kind of open hand, which is the same as this one without a peg, and then you do get this more wide open hand, a set of fisted hands, and then obviously this one with the peg. Now the way you use this is you get the effect and you have to find the ball, which oh wait, right, is it this? Yep, it's right here. And then you plug it in like so, and it looks really freaking good. Obviously you can see the flesh tone in there, but it works. It kind of looks like a light from right here, but you get 2 of those, and then the one hand with the hair looking pretty good. You also get the hands that are on them in the package. These things do look pretty good. These have painted fingernails, obviously to go with the Fenrir head, and they do look good. Just a relaxed kind of hand. As for interchanging the hands, it is kind of simple. You just want to hold it here and push, pull, and twist. Ooh, right there. Obviously it's kind of a soft plastic on the hands, and then you just pull, push, and twist on these. Now it is kind of stiff. I haven't even changed the fisted hands. God damn, you gotta grip it. There you go. But once you do, it looks pretty good, and you do get all the movement on there. It is ball hinge, so that's pretty good. So here is the effect piece. It does look pretty good. You do get 2 of these, which is pretty good, and obviously 2 hands. You do see the skin tone when you have it in there. It is kind of hard to see the hole, which is a good thing for when you don't have it. But it's right there. You can tell when you look at it from the side, you can see it sticking out, but you do get these nice veins. I don't think this has a wash, just looking at it, but the way the plastic looks, it makes it kind of look like these are lighter than the inside, which is pretty cool. As for the interchangeable arms, they do come in 2 separate bags. This is obviously the right side, this is his left side, and they just fit in to these keys. There you go, looking good. Again, the gold, you do have this nice blue gem, which is I think a translucent plastic, kinda. As for swapping the arms out, you do want to grab here. I recommend grabbing the shoulder itself, and you're gonna pull and twist, and oh, there we go. Damn, shook everything. This is a separate piece, and there is lube in there, which I shouldn't have touched that, but there is lube in there, which is good, so that way it's easier to interchange. And then you pull this out. Now again, I have the Fenrir head, which isn't as spiky. The Rolly head is super spiky, so you do gotta be careful with that. This one doesn't have lube, but when you put it on, just push and twist like so. And then the other side. I'm doing this live just so you see how difficult it is. Ooh, okay. And then the torso is a soft rubbery piece, so you do kind of want to be careful when putting it, and make sure they don't pop off. They kind of tend to want to pop off. And then you plug them in there, and then push them closer to the body, and whew. So this is the pen holder, which is actually a pretty good pen holder. You do get this nice darker kind of airbrush in the middle compared to the outsides. Again, it looks pretty good in my opinion. As for interchanging them, you do want to get these 2 points right here and pull, which I guess I recommend holding it here, and boop, like so. And then you put the face plates in there. So to put a face plate in there, it's actually kind of simple. It's just a square peg there, and you just push it in there and get the head here. Now it is really spiky, so you do want to be careful kind of where you place your hands, but that looks pretty good, especially with that lighting. Look at that. Now as for interchanging the Fenrir head with the Broly head sculpt, again, you do get the interchangeable peg, which is this one. I swapped them. I don't know where the smaller peg is. When you get this figure, it has the smaller peg. This is the longer one, and it still fits pretty good. What you want to do, get like a rag, put the rag over it, get some pliers, go in between there and pull. And then to put this one on, put this on here, and then you want to shift the neck forward and then push downward, so you're pushing this way. Now as for putting the head sculpt on, now when I did this earlier I heated it up, so let's see if I need heating up. Now I'm gonna do it live. You do want to be careful. This is a rubber piece. I just feel like that could rip. Just put it in. I do recommend maybe getting a rag, but I don't know what one is. Okay. Yeah, let me actually do this. You see again right there, you saw how it kind of shifts in there. So you kind of want to push. But I did put it on. It is really stiff. But it does work. And again, let's put a head sculpt on there. Fuck it. Again, once you do all that, it looks fucking beautiful. It is really stiff, so I would be careful with that. But it looks good. I like the proportions on it. Oh, it looks fucking beautiful. So here are the interchangeable heads. You do get a screaming head. You do get a grinning teeth head. You do get a smirking head and an angry, pissed off head. 4 of them, which look good. Now all of these, let me actually move that to the side, do have holes right there. Let me actually zoom in a bit right there. And the reason being is he comes with 2, I dropped one, 2 of these sprues with rings. He comes with a bunch of these, to be honest. And the idea is you pop them off and put them in there, which I haven't done. So let's try this. Let's try this live. So I'm assuming you just kind of push and twist, right? Okay, now it's in my hand. It is really small to see, but there is a notch right there, and I dropped it. This is probably why they give you a bunch of them. There is a notch, as you can see right there. And then you just, assuming, grab it. Damn, this is gonna be a bitch. Let me actually get some pliers. Okay, the pliers didn't really work, so I'm gonna try these with my fingers again. It is really small, so okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm trying to do it while being on camera. And I dropped it in the carpet. So, this is why they give you a bunch. Now, I did do it off camera. I dropped 3 of these things. So if you do this, don't do them in front of camera on top of carpet. But once you do it, it does look fucking good, I will say. That looks pretty good. Now, there's a reason to give you a bunch of them, because I already dropped 3. I'm gonna try to find them, but... So again, if you're gonna, you know, put the earrings on, make sure you're doing it over a flat surface. No, not over carpet. And take your time with it. It's kind of a bitch. You want to pinch it and have the... It's basically like a C. The entrance of the C, you know, over here, and you push the head in. That's the best way. Either way, that was a bitch. He also comes with this kind of cloth, I don't know what you like, cape, robe that you put on him. So the way you want to put it on him is to pop the Fenrir head off, or any head. Put the arms through, you know, backwards, like you put in a jacket, you know, like you're clothing a baby. That's how big he is, like fuck. And then the loop, like so. Like that. I kind of like this look. I don't know why. It does have a wire. It is kind of a shitty material, no wire at the bottom, which I would want, but at the same time I will never display them like this. There's just that small part of me that's like, this will go good on a God of War shelf. So here is the figure itself. We already talked about the head and face plates, but the rest of the body is really good. You do get this nice tan. You do get this kind of darker tan, I say tan, but skin tone under here, under the rib cage, and throughout the bicep, but not on the back, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You get this nice, beautiful gold. The gold they chose, perfect. The gem, which is like a translucent plastic, it is glued, the chain up to the neck, like right there. It is glued in there, but this thing is phenomenal. It is rubber when it comes to the torso, kind of like Storm Collectibles, which I don't even own a Storm Collectible, but from what I've seen, they do rubber, so it's kind of like it. And that's mainly to help for when you move the shoulders, the biceps, not the body, what do you call it, butterfly joints. And then the lower torso is also a rubbery material. Now, one thing is the torso articulation isn't the best. I've seen someone pop it off at the torso and cut. If I can show you, there's some plastic in there, like right here. So if you see here, it's softer, well here it's harder. Cut that and you get much more range, but I don't know if I'll do that again. The bracers look good, that gold. We already talked about these hands, the gem. Oh, I love this gold. This gold is what all companies should be using. It's fucking phenomenal. As for the crotch piece, this thing does look pretty good. Now to me, I don't know if it's just me, but this feels center. Well, actually right here it feels center to the legs, but this always feels slightly off. Like right now it doesn't. Now this does kind of move, but when I fix that, I don't know, something about it just feels off. I would kind of like to see somebody do like a cloth wired, you know, one of these things, but then it wouldn't have this nice sculpt how it does in the anime. It does look good regardless. You do get, you know, it's a nice rubbery material. That same rubbery material is at the ankles to give this nice kind of effect. Again, look at that gold, the gem, the red. This just brings me back to my childhood, bro. The legs up here do seem like there's a wash, like right at the crotch, like he peed himself. The inner thighs, I could be tripping. And up here, again, I don't know if that's just my lighting or me. I'm looking at it with my eyes, but I don't know. I think there's a little bit, but not too much, which, you know, is better. The less, the merrier, whatever the saying is. But again, that gold is fucking phenomenal. But overall, this is a really nice piece, and I would say recommend it, but he's probably up the ass now. Hopefully Beast Deity, aka what did they change their name to? Anime something. Hopefully they do more versions of this so people who missed out can get it. But only time will tell, because I would like a second one for no reason other than to have it. This is what, well, when I'm recording this, March, already figure of the year maybe, for me at least. Now, yeah, there's some problems, but this thing is fucking beautiful. As for the articulation, the head can rotate. It is really stiff. Like, that is really stiff, but it works. It's not as stiff as when I first put it, so it's loosening up, which is good. You do get some beautiful pivot. Again, you got to be careful where you put the fingers at. Up here, and kind of, since it swoops up, you kind of want to go here, like right there, that one. As for moving up, you do get some good range down. As for the shoulder, you do get a beautiful range out, which is, again, absolutely stunning. You do get a, again, beautiful butterfly joint, which, again, you can cross the arms basically, do a thunderclap, which is also pretty good. Thigh swivel, and obviously can rotate there. You do get double jointed elbows, which you only get 90 degrees, which kind of sucks, but he is a big boy, and altogether the articulation works. He does have ball hinges, so you can configure those whichever way you like. As for the torso articulation, you do have a joint at the top and at the waist, and you can obviously rotate. Pivot, which is also pretty good. Crunch back, not that much, and crunch forward, very little, mainly at the waist. So again, I've seen somebody pop it at the torso, cut the plastic that's in the front, and like that you get even more range. As for the hips, these things do move out all the way. Oh my god, look at that. Again, you do get the cut here and here, which allows this kind of movement. You don't really move back because he has a butt sculpt. Forward, a really good amount. Again, for such a big character, the torso crotch piece is pretty good. You get a thigh swivel in there. Double jointed knees, which if I can get that on camera. So here are the double jointed knees. Again, good range and look good. Usually these look weirder, but they engineered it pretty freaking well. You do not get a boot swivel, but you do get a foot swivel. The ankles do move down. They do move up. Ankle pivot and toe articulation. As for the size comparisons, here he is compared to your average body molds from Hasbro and NECA. This is the God of War 2018 NECA. This is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, which, god damn, this thing is massive. Spider-Man, if I kind of literally can suck his dick standing up, which I guess is a dream for some. And again, God of War, I would love to see, if not Beast Deities, a company do similar things to this for a God of War figure. Oh, that would be kind of amazing. I know Bro Toys did one, which was also on 5K. I missed out on that one. Wasn't really buying for 5K at the time, so that sucks. But these figures just pale in comparison, especially this 7-inch scale. God damn. Here's some more average body molds from NECA and Figuarts, if I can have them standing, fuck. The S.H.F. Goku and a McFarlane Batman. Again, 7-inch scale, pales in comparison to him, and the Goku can also suck his dick standing up, which this is fucking phenomenal. Like, literally, his hand, you just grip his head, which obviously it comes with that hairpiece, but this thing is a beast, a big chunky boy. Here it is compared to the S.H.F. Vegeta and the Super Broly. This is the normal version. When I got this figure, I thought this was a huge figure, and this figure is way bigger than, like 50% bigger, probably more, 75% bigger. And my god, this does look good. I do like this. Green and purple are my favorite colors, so I'm just gonna put the normal head on there. Hopefully they do the chick, Chila, I think it is. And then here's Vegeta, even smaller than usual, but again, just such a big, massive, good figure. And finally, just for shits and giggles, here it is compared to a Kratos, the Spin Master one, and a Gojo. The reason being, obviously Fenrir, we talked about that. Would love maybe to get a second one and have it on a God of War shelf, but then like that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. If it was, it would have to be more customized, but I don't mind Kratos being smaller to like bigger kind of villain characters because he's killed giants. So even this, I don't mind him being bigger. I mean, him being smaller, him being bigger. And as for Gojo, here, I would love to see a company do a Maharaga figure. I doubt we'll ever get one for Figuarts, and if we do, it would probably be like $200-300, but this would be a good size for Maharaga, right? I think. Oh, that would be fucking dope to get a Maharaga. Now, these deities did change their name to like anime something, so who knows? That would be cool. It would be cool to see. So what are my thoughts on this figure? It is a beautiful, beautiful piece, especially for the price of around $100. I think this is a figure a lot of people should have. Again, I think figure of the year. There's a couple others that are, you know, probably contenders. We're barely in the 3rd month of the year, but this figure is absolutely beautiful. Hopefully they re-release this, do other versions. They did change their name to Mythos Anime or something, all for legal stuff, you know. But I do recommend this if you somehow get this on your hands for a cheaper price. Now fuck off.